Howie Roseman just sent himself to the Hall of Fame, building his third Super Bowl team, his second championship across two entirely different rosters, and building this dominant team wasn't made overnight because Howie, as we know, focused on the trenches. And typically, he doesn't dole a ton of money to running backs, but last offseason, he did something different. He recognized Saquon Barkley was a free agent and offered him a bargain deal, 3 years, $38 million, and lured him away from the rival New York Giants. And in this move, he created an unstoppable combination between the league's greatest offensive line with now the greatest running back. And this turned into a 2,000-yard season and Saquon Barkley winning Offensive Player of the Year. But let's also look back at the other moves Howie Roseman made in this 2024 offseason. He extended A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith after those two were up for contract extensions, and he did this before the wide receiving market ballooned. And I'm talking about the major dollars that CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk made with their contract extensions, which led to actually them being part of major contract holdouts in training camp. He brought back his special teams unit, extending Rick Lovato, the long snapper, punter Braden Mann, and extending Jake Elliott as well. Next, how we focus on the defensive side, and bringing in Vic Fangio from the Miami Dolphins was a great move as he transformed the defense and also brought on some great free agent signings like bringing back CJ Gardner-Johnson, the safety, and future first-team All-Pro linebacker Zach Bond. And Zach Bond, I think, was the really underrated signing because at the time, they just signed him as a special teamer, seemed like, and he didn't have that big of a role with New Orleans. Well, Vic Fangio found something with Zach Bond and just transformed him into this sideline linebacker. And I think that this was such a bargain deal at the time, and the amount of production you get for such a quiet, low-key kind of deal was just amazing to see. Later in the draft, he went in with Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean with his first two picks as he was part of revamping this secondary that was much maligned in 2023. Howie Roseman has built two championship rosters, both denying dynasties in the Patriots and Kansas City Chiefs. And it's easy for me to say that he is absolutely a Hall of Famer after this win.